is two separate things. Two separate things. Girlfriend, boyfriend, relationship.
So we are familiar with him. I've seen his videos before. Him giving input on how men should treat women.
You know, I could call up right now and say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? How's work? How's you know?" I'm going to tell you what's on my mind, what I think about globally, global, local.
It's that time again where we ask the question, what's on Edigga's mind? Tune in as he talks about what's trending, celebrity news, community and political views, and so much more. So get ready to hear what's going on with your host, the man you all know and love, Edigga.
Whoa, what's good? What's good? What's really, really good people? You know what the day is. I shouldn't have to tell you. And before I go even further, I need to play this because you know how Facebook get. I don't think Twitch and YouTube are that petty. So I'm just going to play this just in case. The views that are expressed on What's on Edigga's Mind is that of the show creator and not Charm City Direct TV network. Some language, videos, and content may not be suitable for young viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. That's right, good people. And since we got that out of the way, welcome to the show. What's on Edigga's Mind right here in, well, I can't really say my studio. I'm in my living room. I'm in my living room and Charm City Direct temporary studio. Charm City Direct TV temporary studio right here. Baltimore City. It is hot. It is hot. And that's why I am in the living room. Before I go on with today's show, I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And make sure you are stay tuned because we have a special guest coming in by the name of Senica Da Misfit. Good friend, longtime friend. This interview, I'm surprised that this interview has not happened before, but he will be here momentarily. And we're going to be talking about the topic of versatility, being different. I always been a fan of versatility, being versatile, being different, or having, you know, one thing and then doing the other. I always been a fan of that. And, you know, I kind of admire people that do that. You have some artists that has turned into business owners. You have business owners that turn into artists. You have music artists that turned into actors, which Senica Da Misfit is. And he's going to come on and talk about it. Also, you get a chance to see his latest video, which is called Masterpiece, and a behind the scenes peek at his new film that's coming out real soon called Protected. And he's going to talk about that as well. Also, before I go on, I just want to shout some people out. Of course, make sure you tune in tomorrow. My special guest, music artist Q, all the way from Salt Lake City, Utah, is coming on to the show. And you can see that show either way by going to Charm City Direct TV through Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Or you can listen to it live on WLEO Radio with the link provided. Make sure you tune in. This young brother is killing the game right about now in the world of music right now. Get a chance to hear some of his latest music and so much more. So make sure you tune in for that. Make sure you tune in to my girl, Kelly Vaughn. Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn. Make sure you tune in to her tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on WOLB 1010 a.m. Make sure you tune in because she always gives the hot topics, and people be calling in and they really, really be engaged in those topics. So make sure you tune into that show, Face the Facts with Kelly Vaughn. Before I go on, I just want to talk about this before my special guests come in. Did y'all see the the T-Pain rant that he did on his show. It's called T-Pain Daily, and it has gone viral. It has gone viral. I'm not sure of the numbers just yet, but he was talking about, artists sounding repetitive. I want y'all to take a look at this. I have the video. I want y'all to take a look at this. Please, I apologize for the language. I just thought that, one, it was funny. It was funny. He reminds me of Ric Flair when he went on his little tangents sometimes. Y'all remember that? He reminded me of him. But I want y'all to hear this, because although it was funny, it was spot on. That some of you rappers out there, y'all sounding the same. So check it out right here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Something else. Just you know when your shit sounds like somebody else's shit. You're making it because you think because you're in the studio like, what's the #1 record right now? We need to make another one of those. Stop doing that. Stop. You're not original. Give me some original shit. Give me some. Are you seriously telling me that you sat here and watched me tell a bitch to eat a dick and you thought that wasn't original? Are you seriously sitting here telling me that eat a dick is the bad part of music? Stop! Just fucking do something else! Just, god damn it!
Before I go on, this video is long. I'm not going to play the whole video, but I want to play the gist of it, of what he was talking about. Like I said, again, I apologize for the language, but it is so dead on. It is so spot on. So here's the rest of the video.
Do some different music! We have all the shit that you're doing. We already have it. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dub Baby is already doing it. It's literally 2 niggas with baby in their names that's already doing all the music you want. Do something else. Do something else. That's it. That's all we want. Do something else. Holy shit. We have it. We have it already. You don't have to do that music anymore. We have the music already. We have Lil Baby. We have Dub Baby. We have Lil Uzi Vert. We have Lil Yachty. We have Lil everybody. Do something else. Holy shit. Stop sending me this bullshit. And then get mad when I fucking don't like it. Jesus. Goddamn tap dancing Christ. Do something else.
Y'all are driving him crazy.
Okay, we're gonna switch the game.
Lo said, let's switch to gaming.
It's not even a problem of people sending me music. It's people sending me the same fucking music that everybody else is doing, and they get mad when I say, well, I already heard this. That's the only thing I get mad about. You get mad because I say your shit sounds like the shit that's already out, and you know it does. You know it does. You know your shit sounds like Lil Baby shit. Because you say, oh, this is what's winning. I need to do this now. I need to do it. You don't even check your fucking self, and you get mad when I check you. All you gotta fucking do is just fuck bitches to get money.
There's nothing else to do.
Fuck bitches, get money, bro. But why would you copy somebody else's music and then get mad at me when I say, we have that. Don't do that. We got it. We got it.
Oh boy.
You know what's crazy about that whole thing? It's true. It is 100% true. I've been preaching that for years. Listen to me. I've been preaching that for years. Stop doing what other people are doing. You know, although it was funny, he was man, he it was funny as hell, but he was spot on. It was spot on. Like every piece of music that I have heard since I've came into this arena, and I'm not just talking about local artists, because we do it too. Baltimore, y'all do it too. I'm sorry. You do it too. I'm talking about music abroad. You know, everybody is singing. Everybody is singing, rapping. Yo, I know music is supposed to be, you know, evolution or evolving, and what goes around comes around. I understand that, but yo, everybody sounds the same. Every beat, people leaving because I'm telling the truth. I know when I'm telling the truth because people leave, but everybody sounds the same. Everybody got the same name. It was almost like at a point, at a point, Little Baby, Little Wayne, Little Yachty, Little whatever, Little you, Uzi Vert, all of them niggas. Like, can we get some originality back? Just a little bit, you know. Not asking for a lot. Where is the originality in music? You see what I'm saying? Down to the names, down to the names, down to the songs, down to the production. I think that all the artists pretty much got together and decided that all of their music gonna sound the same. You see what I'm saying? Like oh my God. So shout out to you, T-Pain, for making that live, for saying what you said, because it is definitely true. It is really true. And for those who don't like it, see me. That's all you got to do is see me. I personally don't care, because the person that I have coming on, Seneca the Misfit, I've been knowing him for years. And in fact, I got a backstory. He did my intro for my very first radio show. And I couldn't been more proud. Like, oh my God. Like that day I was I was walking on cloud nine. You see what I'm saying? And it was so easy. You know, I reached out to him and I asked him, I said, hey bro, is it possible you could do an intro for my radio show? And he said, sure, give me all the particulars and we can make that happen. And I said, damn, is it that easy? Like, he didn't ask me for no money and he did it. And what great about it was the time frame. I got it back like quick, real quick. And I understood every last word that he said. I understood everything that he was talking about. You know, it was my intro. It was, you know, pretty much the intro to my show. But I was like, man, you know, you would have thought I won $1 million for real. I was like, but this, like I said, this artist that I'm bringing on now, Seneca the Misfit, you know, he does it for me. His music is like spot on. Is, you know, he's changing it up. He's changing it up. Every song that he do, he changed it up. And another one I have to give credit to, Billy Live. Billy Live, you know, soundstage. When he goes down soundstage, packed. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to those artists who are definitely making it, you know, who's making impacts like that in music. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to those two. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring him on. And ladies and gentlemen, my special guest. Let me see if I can give her. Okay, because everything is all in a disarray around here. My special guest today, good people, Seneca the Misfit. What's good with you, bro?
Peace, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. Taking one day at a time, man. Always good vibes, man. Good to see you.
Nice seeing you, man. I was just telling them about my first radio show, Charm City Direct Radio Show,
Yeah,
and how you did my first intro.
yes, sir.
And you would have thought that I won $1 million, man. I think I played that intro before I got on the show. I played that intro, man, like 20 some odd times that day.
Word, word.
And I was like, man, I'm here. I finally did it, you know.
I appreciate you, bro. I was motivated, man. It's all about. It's not about people's positions. It's not about where you're at or what you're doing. It's about
Right,
the message. You know what I'm saying? And just
right,
being genuine. And I don't. It's never gonna be that way with me. I'm ever gonna carry things any kind of bougie or crazy way, man. Y'all are
right,
dope.
right,
I was privileged and honored to be able to be asked that. So the feeling is
right,
mutual. Bro. I appreciate you.
right. And I was just telling them, I said, you didn't ask for money. You didn't, well, I gotta talk to my manager and uh what is the first verse that I said? You asked me for the details, what the show is about, the name of the show, bit by bit. I sent all that information over to you and came back within, it was quick. It was real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. That's. I mean, that's a compliment to you, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like I
Right,
kind of like feed off the energy of people that I work with and deal with. So the motivation was there to have something for you to impress you. I like to impress people, so it's like I
right,
don't like to just do anything, but I can do it at a high level. In my
right,
personal opinion, I can do it at a high level, and I can do it fast. And to me, like the faster I do it, the harder it's going to be because I'm motivated. So
right.
I appreciate getting it to you fast and you digging it. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes. So first and foremost, thank you, sir, for coming on the show. I greatly
Thank you.
appreciate you. And
Cool.
also coming on the show to talk about this topic, versatility, because what I
Mhm.
see in you and what I was talking about earlier about, people not just stuck with one thing. You see what I'm saying? Doing
Yeah.
multiple things.
Word.
Um, Shout out to my guy, Hello Rello, he still is an artist, but he is now since moved in a different direction to be a business owner. Opened
Nice.
up 2 clothing stores, one here in Baltimore in the town mall, the old town mall, and
Yeah.
um, uh, I want to say Westminster,
Nice.
Maryland, with Billy Live.
Nice.
So
Nice.
yeah, so I picked that topic, of course, because of you, who is still an artist, music artist, and an actor. But before we get into the topic, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell people out there who don't know who you are.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Salute to the fellas too with the business, man. That's dope.
Right,
That's great.
right,
Yeah. I'm Seneca. Seneca the Misfit. Seneca Lee, government name, might as well put out there. It's out there anyway. Yeah,
right,
and yeah, I do music. I'm a hip hop artist to the core. Like Edigga said earlier, I'm about lyricism. So it's not gonna be any mumbling. It's not gonna be anything that's just gonna be like hiding behind a beat or something that's just a gimmick or trendy.
right,
I'm authentic. I'm true to myself. And not to sound selfish, but I make music for myself, and I just happen to share it with people. And those who feel it, I'm glad they do. Those that don't, they have a million other options to go for. So I appreciate people that actually tune in to listen to me.
right,
I've been doing that since I can remember, doing music and, producing, working with different groups, working with different artists, working with different shows and things and such. So I am hip hop in every shape, form you can imagine. I've
right,
done the break dancing, I've done the dancing, I've done
right,
the graffiti, I've done stuff on the turntables. I mean, everything. I love music and I do it for the love. So that's why money never comes up to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure people will be like, man, you crazy, you should do that. But nah, it's like I'm just genuine about it. And if I don't
right,
feel like doing it, I won't. But if I have to make everything about money, then everything is about contracts, everything is about obligations. And
right,
it's a vibe and it's an energy. You got to feel that. So for me, that's how I've always been my entire span of doing music, is that I do it for the love. And if I get anything out of it, whether it's financing or, networking or whatever, that's an added bonus. But I just love to work with great people and just put out great music. And I've just been doing that, ever since I was a kid. So, if you haven't heard of me, check my music out. Senica Da Misfit, DJ Dark Fader, and, get familiar, you know what I mean?
Right. So who or what influenced you to start doing music?
Just loving music. No one in particular. I'm a fan, of course, of all the 90s, all the boom bap, even back to the 80s. So if you listen to Eric B. Rakim, you know what I'm saying, KRS One, then you're listening to the Nas's, and you're listening to people like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. All of that encompasses what I represent. And it's about being able to deliver a message, but be able to do it poetically, be lyrical about it, have the figurative speech in everything you say, and just be able to have something that people can say back to you and not just be watered down and be hiding behind something. Like, I'm authentic. So anybody that just loves raw hip hop, the Wu-Tang Clans and all of that good stuff, just that boom bap, that's me. But I don't pigeonhole myself either. Like you said earlier, I am a flavorful dude. And so I blend in like a chameleon, and I also stand out because I'm a misfit. So, I'm a musical dude, and I'm flavorful. So like, if you listen to my stuff, you're going to hear all types of variations of different sounds. So, I love experimenting and just being able to elaborate on my style and everything.
Right. So I know you get this a lot, Senica. Who do people compare you with? What other artists do people compare you to?
Funny, like at least the last 5-6 years, just my voice, not even my style or my flow, but just my voice inflection and tone. I've been getting nothing but Pusha T, like probably like the last 5 years. But that's just the voice.
Right.
As far as my flow, I've heard a lot of Mobb Deep. I heard a lot of Havoc. I heard a lot of Nas. I heard a lot of Queens rappers in the past. A lot of Queens rappers, and but other than that, like, nah, I don't really get any like comparisons. Just I get who my voice sounds like, and then I get who I look like to people. So I sound like Pusha T and look like Tupac to like a lot of people when I go do shows and stuff. That's what I get 99.9% of the time whenever I do shows.
Okay.
Crazy.
Let's talk about your recent song, Masterpiece. Song single. Let's talk about that. Before we get into the video, I'm going to play that video right quick. Talk about the preparation behind the song. What was going on? Talking about the preparation and how you came up to do the song Masterpiece.
Oh my goodness, Masterpiece. Like, if anyone's never heard of me, that's the record that I would want people to check out. Check out Masterpiece. That song embodies the essence of who I am as an artist, as a performer, as an entertainer, as a lyricist. It represents hip hop in its rawest form, a raw breakbeat drum, raw sounds. I got the cutting on there for my man DJ Grasshopper. Shout out to him all the way out in Belgium. You know what I mean? And we on some, he's out in Belgium, and he laces me up with the cuts. The process behind that song was I just wanted something that was just gonna feel vintage, but then feel new at the same time. And I've been on the road a lot, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to impress the people that I've been around frequently a lot, which is some high caliber artists. I don't even have to name drop right now, but I'm around some people that are really, really invested into hip hop and that are really making moves. So when I make these records, I like, let me play that for them to see what they think or whatever. So I'm always just trying to impress, people that are around me, most importantly. But yeah, behind that is just raw. I wanted something that was going to capture the essence of hip hop, like from a lyricist standpoint. I wanted people to feel like they were listening to Know the Ledge when I dropped on Juice, or just something that just bangs and just hits your head as soon as it comes on. So like, that's the vibe I was going for with that record.
Right. And we have it right here, people. What's on Edigga's Mind exclusive Masterpiece by Senica Da Misfit. You're going to like it. I guarantee you.
Just trife when I speak, unique. Words drip, bust pipes that leak. Crazy deep on my wave. Navy fleet displays, straight rugged like the feet from slaves. None similar to Seneca's literature. Swivel this crab like I'm autographing a signature. Pure greatness, over break beats, I break shit. My dosage, iller than tuberculosis. Coughing up blood, your toes lift. Ballerina bulimic when I throw up lines. Gang signs with the fingers. Cook food, let the apron pop. Jewels drop like the plate too hot. No Botox once I give you facial shots. When I'm here, the smoke clears even if you just lit a cig. This a warrior's path. I pay dues, made moves you can't choreograph. Wardrobe and story your pad where shorties get stabbed. Next morning you're back at the airport with your bags. Whose exotic is this? Lottery pick. I'm on straight flights. You in between legs like vaginas you lick. Crip keeper, no tails written, only the L lifting. Then I spread wings like I sell chicken. Me and the coalition taking over how it has to be, your majesty, with the masterpiece. Straight smooth in clubs, groupie love from jacuzzi tubs. I never reflect like Medusa does. Booze in a cup, faded like a roofie drug. Eyes watching from the roof above. Pen spill when I'm flowing the art form. The rap game flooded, hope no I got an art form. A star's born, but they don't understand cause I'm rolling in a foreign. Still gotta talk to them. I never crack from pressure. Approach me, it's best to get your casket measured. Low key, swine flu, wrath infectious. Just breathe, everybody on your staff will catch it. Just me, modern day Moses, sipping mimosas. I'm more wet in the upholsteries. My hands mechanical, writing dope things. I run with animals, I am Mowgli. Fork at the road, both roads meet. I'm too much cocaine, your nose bleed. Give it up for your majesty, or it's a tragedy while I craft my next masterpiece. I know the truth defend y'all. This is Avatar, draw Memraw. Cold-blooded pain, chisel chain drizzle on ya. Florida feeling the summer rain. Creating my body of work designs. We gon' fight like hyenas and lions. Align the real with the fraudulent. Only for the time being, I'm seeing the light at the tunnel. We gon' shine. Basement with concrete floors. 2 12s and 1 mic kill the beat, rigor mortis. One take, one fate. I ball to the ball deflate. You dying today, tomorrow is late. Carpe diem, I leave them in mausoleums. When they bought my tape, a neck brace you in an awkward state. I don't need money, I'm the streets, giving an ass whooping for free with the masterpiece.
The sound you're about to hear can be devastating to your ear, your ear, your ear.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw, man, oh my gosh. Masterpiece by Senica Da Misfit. Man. Now, right there, that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's music. That's art. Understood every word. You know, the production, the video. So I applaud you, brother, for just creating good music, man. This is what I need.
Thank you. I feel you. I feel you on that.
I can't do the mumble. I can't do the repetitiveness, and when it gets to that point, I turn on the artists like you, Billy Live, the boy Blessed here in Baltimore, just to name a few, Jay the Lionesses. That's where I go to. When I need to hear some good music. I need it every year. It's like a drug. I need it.
Yeah.
So working with Profit Productions and DJ Grasshopper out of Belgium.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Profit is fire, man. Everything that Profit does, man. He's a multi-talented. You know, it's funny. The topic is versatility. Right. Profit represents that. He's very versatile. I mean, he's an artist too. He's a music artist. He's a director. He's a producer. Yes. He puts on shows. He's a promoter. I mean, that man is versatile. Like I love his energy. He reminds me of myself because he's just genuine good dude. He's not one that like tries to like, you know, act all serious and reserved and stuff. Like when we have a conversation, it's like we've been talking forever. So it's like business with him doesn't even feel like business. It's just like, hey, what we doing? Okay, A, B, C. All right, let's knock it out. This is the vision you got. Okay, bam, what do you think about this? Oh, this is fire. All right, let's do it. And it's like, and we're building off of one another. So like working with him and his team is awesome. Like, so when I put out projects, especially moving forward, I always be like, all right, I got to get my Profit joint first. And then whatever other ones I do with other people, you know, I'll do that. But Profit he's the one that like leads off my singles on my projects, at least my last two projects. Yeah, so I love Profit. Grasshopper, he's unparalleled, man. Like talk about again versatility. Grasshopper is dope. Like I'm in chats with Grasshopper, and like he's working with a lot of artists. Like shout out to Animal Gang. That's a crew that I'm down with. You're gonna be hearing some crazy music from Animal Gang. You know, that's got Jamil Honesty, that's got Mike Hands, that's got my homie Don Street who's killing it, my man Chaos, We're like a Wu-Tang Clan of today. Like we're about to be killing it. So but Grasshopper, he does work with all of them. So he's like doing cuts for records for them, like all of them. But at the same time, like he's doing one for me. He's doing one for Mike Hayes. He's doing one for Dawn Street. Like, and his turnaround time, like how you was impressed with when I gave you the music back, like so fast. That's how Grasshopper is with the cuts. And he's not like a DJ that's just going to be scratching the sound effect. Like he's going to actually take a song like Masterpiece, right? He listens to my words. He listens to the lyrics. He listens to the concept and the topic. Then he finds something just like a DJ Premier. And he makes it into the record and he makes it relevant where it makes sense. So, you know, if you're not a hip hop head, you're gonna be like, man, that Masterpiece is dope. How you got that cut? Yeah, but you know that he got that from an artist from like the 80s or whatever. Like he does his research. He's a student of the game like myself. So again, real recognized real. So I always love working with Grasshopper. In fact, he's been on my last, I think, four or five projects I've done. I always have a Grasshopper record on it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and again, like Profit, he's like produced like my first 3 singles off my last projects as far as the videos is concerned. So I love to work with like-minded people and people that are just dope. And I'm a fan of that. Like I'm the opposite of a hater. I appreciate I appreciate you being able to say you listen to me or the Boy Bless or whoever else you listen to. I love that because that means that they represent in that same cloth. And it's about building, not destroying. So you're never going to hear me talk negative about anybody, and you're never going to hear me not big up props to anybody that's undeserving. You know what I'm saying? So it's all love for me, man. All love.
Right. Now let's shift gears, of course, before we get into the topic, just to touch on your acting career. How did you get into acting? Was it like a smooth transition, or, you know, take us through that process? How did you get into it?
Believe it or not, like it's always been a simultaneous thing. Like it's one of those things, it just comes natural. Like for instance, most people, like I'll go into a Sands Club or something like that, or a Costco, and they'll be like, the guys will be standing there, it's like with DirecTV or something like that, and they'll say to me, hey, you know, we got this sports bundle package and da-da-da-da. And then I'm like, I don't even watch sports. Oh, there go that stereotype right out the window. I watch movies. I watch TV shows. I love actors on television. Like I may not be able to tell you 5 players on the basketball court, but I can tell you 5 people that are involved in the production on a regular film that you wouldn't even think to even know of. You understand what I'm saying? So that's my love is movies and TV shows and understanding the process of productions and being able to put together a fine piece of art that someone can watch like here in 20 years from now. So with that, I've always been a fan of that. I've always been into movies. I've always been into acting as a kid. So like I even had a couple of opportunities as a kid with movies that didn't take off. And believe it or not, at that time, I think I was maybe 11, 12, and I was signed with Vaughn Mason, who had the Bounce Skate Rock song. And he was my manager. And we were involved in a movie. And I actually had the title song on the soundtrack called The Final Crossfire. But the director of the film took the funds of that movie and just left. And we had a whole movie finished. And that was, that was crazy. But
Wow.
so I've been into the acting thing as far as having that skill since I was a child as well. And it just kind of goes hand in hand.
Right.
And I love the idea of being able to be a part of a creation. So as far as with my music, I'm the creator. But when it comes to the acting, I'm part of a creation. So to me, the challenge is amazing because I get to be able to experience two different sides of a creative spectrum, which one I feel like I'm in total control, and the other one I'm not in control at all. I'm only in control and adding to a body of work that's already been presented. So I love those passions equally. And so that's what I'm simultaneously doing right now, and it's flourishing. So I'm very excited and grateful for that, man. Big time.
That's what's up. To date, how many different acting opportunities have you been featured in?
So here's the funny thing. So I have an IMDb. If you look me up, Senica Lee or whatever, you'll see it, actor or whatever. I'm a part of, like, right now. All right, so I'm gonna just do a ballpark. I've probably done about maybe 10 to 12, maybe 15 different projects altogether. That's between movies, TV shows, commercials, and then other engagements as a part of campaigns. And out of all the movies that I've done, none of them have been released yet. On my IMDb, one of them is called Zeke the Awakening. Even though it says 2020, it hasn't been released yet. So I believe I'm a part of 5 or 6 different movies that are all dropping within 2021 and 2022. And that's the beautiful thing about acting. It's like, yeah, I'm sitting on some gold mine projects that they're in post-production. All of them are in post-production. And yeah, so like, but again, that's out of my control. I've already acted and I've done my part, except for 2 films I'm finishing up. But I've done my parts. And so now it's on the production crews and the teams to put the work together. But it's all dropping. It's all dropping soon. But yeah, I've done TV shows and yeah. Crazy stuff, man. I'm just working, man. It's crazy, busy.
That's what I love to hear, man. Now, talk about your upcoming film or movie, Protected. What can people expect when they see it? And we have a behind the scenes clip, but talk about that for a minute. What can people expect when they see this movie when it come out?
Okay, so shout out to Chad Ali, who's the director and writer of Protected. He is phenomenal, man. He is like a reincarnation of like Spike Lee. Like he's got a deep vision. Protected. It's a short film. Shout out to Tony Cobain, who also acts and stars in that movie as well. And Matt Lawrence. It's a short film, but it's about something that's timeless. I don't want to give too much away, but it's basically about the situation of a black man being pulled over by the police and how it like mystically takes place is what I want to use, the word mystically. It is super duper deep, and I believe everybody should actually watch that when it's released, because it is not only is it educational, but it gives a spin on the what if factor. If things didn't go crazy, but if they did, the aftermath of what would happen. So it's really deep, but it's a short film about that. It's about me being pulled over by the police, and everything else is just going to be crazy when you see it.
So we're going to show this short clip, behind the scenes clip, and we're going to come back and we're going to get into our topic for today, which is versatility. What do it really mean? Ways you can be versatile in your career, your talent, and in your life for that matter. So here's the short clip of the movie, the upcoming movie, Protected.
The difference with this film, the director, Chad, he's amazing. I mean, he's pep talking me and he's making me cry, like literally cry. And I'm crying because he's actually explaining what my character is envisioning in the situation that he's in. And I'm empathizing with my character
through the director's eyes. And as he's explaining it to me, I'm like crying because I feel it.
Okay, all right. No, that shit right there.
All right,
that was it.
All right,
That's
good,
the one.
good.
That's the one we need.
So that's what's up. I like that. I like that. So make sure people, when they come out, you support it. And how can people watch it when it release?
I believe it's going to be released, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be online, of course, for people to be able to release it. I'm not sure. I don't know all the details of how Chad is doing it because he's one of those type of directors that works on multiple projects at the same time. Okay. So I want to say he's got that one in his bag. I'm going to have to reach out to him and ask him how he's releasing that and when he's releasing that. But it will be available. And, of course, I'm like the guru of being able to let people know when projects that I'm a part of are being released. So as I get information, I'll make sure the public knows, and we'll definitely revisit this particular project because it's one that I don't want people to miss out on for sure.
Right. Definitely want to see that. I definitely want to see that. From watching the short clip, it's going to be good. So we're going to get into this topic today, and like I said, for the reason why I picked this topic, Senica, is because of people doing other things. You know, you have your main thing that you do, but you want to venture out. And I have a deep admiration for people that do that. Just, you know, just not looking at one-sided of the situation. By you being an artist, you ventured out and now you're an actor, and probably later down the road you want to be something else. I really admire people like that. So we're going to get into it. In your career, what has been the best benefit of you being a versatile artist?
Oh man, that is such an amazing question on so many different levels, man. I'm gonna say this. Okay, so what people need to understand about versatility is that it's not about just the talent that you have that you apply to different things in your life. To me, versatility also is the way you carry yourself.
Right.
You have to be approachable. Kind of like the example of how you used when me and you first worked with each other. I didn't ask for money. I didn't ask for this, that, and the third. I didn't ask for these particulars. And so you're already engaged in who I am. Because at the end of the day, you could be in a position 5-10 years from now where you are a multimillionaire or anything crazy. And what you're going to do is you're going to go back to people that you gravitated to. People that had that kind of personality that made you say, man, I really liked working with this person. They didn't give off any kind of vibe or anything that made me feel any type of way. That's the kind of people I want around and I want to do things with. So when it comes to versatility, for me, is first one, being approachable, being someone that's willing to take direction, willing to give direction, willing to participate, willing to be a team player, and also step up to the plate and do what you have to do to get things done. All these things have to go hand in hand before you can even get to venturing out to doing different projects or different things. Otherwise, you pigeonhole yourself or you limit yourself because you're only looked at in one aspect. And for me personally, I'm an ocean. So there's no limit to what I feel as though I can and cannot accomplish. And so with versatility, for me, it's whatever people need. I'm able to give. There's always something that I know that I can bring to a table, no matter what venture it is, no matter if it's acting or if it's hip hop or if it's production, directing, whatever. I will be able to bring something because I get myself around people that I can learn from and I can absorb from. That to me is what encompasses versatility, is when you're learning from different people that do different things that you may not be familiar with. So that's how I picked up a lot of my talents, as far as even down to engineering with music or production and producing. I learn by my hands. I'm hands-on. So like a lot of my talents that I have, I've learned them. You know, I wasn't born with all these things that I'm able to do today. I've actually learned. When I got into acting, like the last few years, when I started taking it seriously, I reached out to another actor. Shout out to Dave Hammond, who's from Maryland. And he's killing it right now. He's doing a lot of things. You can look him up. I think he's got a major show that he's about to be a part of or something. I reached out to him, and he put me on to a lot of game with acting. I also shout out to my man Lee Cox. He's also an actor from Maryland. You know, I think he was in the Media Man movie back in the day as a kid. Like he's also an actor and I like to build, and I love to talk to people that are actually passionate. Yeah, and doing it, but passionate though. Like, don't just say you're doing it and then you don't do anything. Like, I like to grow. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a tree. You know what I mean? You can't say that tree's gonna grow. You didn't even put no seeds in the ground or give it what it needs to be able to. Ain't no tree gonna be there. So you can't tell me you're doing this, that, and the third. I don't even see the fruits of your labor. So it's like, I like to surround myself with people that motivate me, whether I'm talking to them on the phone or if I'm seeing them in person on a project. And that's how you build. That's how you grow. So yeah, that's versatility. That's all versatility. You can be the dopest person in the world and whatever you do, but if you're not networking and putting yourself out there to be able to pick the brains of people and allow people to also build off of you, then you're not going to go anywhere. And that's not being versatile. That's just being someone that's just going to pigeonhole themselves. So you got to move. You got to move around.
That's what's up. Now, how do you, I always like to ask people this question. How do you manage your career from being an actor and a music artist? How do you separate the two and still maintain life and responsibilities and things of that nature?
I tried to prioritize. I'm a professional. I'm very professional, and
yes,
I pride myself on trying to stick to what I'm supposed to do. So, like, for instance, I'm working on 2 different films right now, and I was working on actually 4 different films at the same time within the last 5 months.
Okay.
And some of the things that I do will come up out of nowhere. Like, if I audition for something, the way acting works is it's not like music. Like, for instance, like with acting, again, you're on someone else's schedule, you're on someone else's time. So the advantage I have right now, at least in the position that I'm in, when it comes to my music, that's 100% me, because I'm an indie artist. So I'm not signed to like any label or even any management at this point in time that's going to say, all right, Senica, you need to do this, that, and the third. So I'm 100% in control of that. So unless I'm doing a show, which is totally different from being in the studio, I don't have any conflicts with my acting. I just make sure that the projects that I have in acting don't overlap. And all the directors that I usually deal with, they usually send out the call sheets or give me a heads up like a month. Like, I know now, I already know what I need to do. I already know that what I'm filming next month. I already know that. And I'm just learning my lines right now. So I know that date, I'm straight on that date because that's what's been allocated for my time frame. Any music thing I got going on, if something comes to me now, unfortunately, like if my DJ says, hey, can you do this show on such and such date? I'll be like, I can't do the show on that date because I have, a prior engagement. So it's that kind of thing where I'm like, I get the information from the people that I work with productions ahead of time, and then I work around that when it comes to my music because that's all me. So for me personally, that's how I end up not, booking myself and exerting whatever time that I have in energy, because that's what it is at the end of the day, it's energy and time.
Right. Is being versatile necessary?
110%. But it's only necessary if you are trying to be the best at what you're doing.
Right.
Like, for instance, it's kind of like a person that plays a sport. You can't just be, a person that just does one thing on the team. They'll probably take you out of the game because they're going to put somebody in there that can do multiple things. That's just with anything in life, I feel as though when you're trying to be in any form of entertainment, it only can help you to be versatile. It can only benefit you to be able to do something outside of what you normally do. Even when it comes to like music, I love the fact that, on the music side, I can send people beats and they be rocking out to them. I'm like, that's dope. Like, they don't even got to know I produced it. Like, I just love the fact that I can do that. And they'll be like, yo, good looking, Sin. It's not always about me just rhyming on stuff. I love to be able to do production for people, and people don't even know that. I don't put it out there like that. But, like, I love being versatile in that sense because it makes me more of a draw when I deal with other artists and things like that. They're like, yeah, man, but you know what? We can get them to rhyme on that, but then we can get them send us a beat on this, that, and the third or whatever. So, I love being versatile in that sense when it comes to music. And with acting, I love that, being versatile. Because, yeah, I do not want to be typecast. So
Right.
I got a project. I got one project. All right, there's a couple of projects I have where I'm on some street stuff, but then I have another project where I'm totally the opposite. Like I'm just on some intellectual things. On another project I shot recently called The Arlingtonian, and it's more of an intellectual thing, and it's about learning about things that have happened, like when the whole government shut down and everything crashed. So versatility is a must for me personally. So
that's what's up.
Answer that in a long way.
That's what's up. And the last question I want to ask, well, actually not the last question, but if you never accepted the offer of becoming either an artist or an actor, what would you be doing?
Man, that's a very good question. Might be dancing in somebody's strip club. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean, honestly, something that's beneficial to the, to the economy, something that's beneficial to the environment, something along those lines. Fortunately, I'm versatile, so I have a lot of different things that I'm doing. But yeah, honestly though, at the end of the day, like the acting and the music, that's just something I love doing. You know what I mean? So it's like it's I don't limit myself to those things when it comes to like fulfillment in life or like me getting from A to B in life. Like that's just an added bonus to everything that I'm doing. It's funny I say A to B in life and added bonus A, start with A and B, whatever. Lyricism type stuff. But yeah, man, it's sky's the limit once again, like on any opportunities and chances I take. All I know is that whatever I do, I'm gonna do the best I can at it, and hopefully it'll be impressive to those that matter the most.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And my last question, as I normally do on all shows, I try to get the person to offer some type of advice, because I believe that advice can go a long way only if the person apply it. So what advice could you give to a young person, boy or girl, who is trying to get into this industry, whether it's being an artist, music artist, or being an actress or an actor, and they're having a hard time doing it and having something to fall back on, being versatile? What would you tell that person right now?
Honestly, I would tell them, really ask yourself the question why you're trying to do that or why you're pursuing that. And if it's anything outside of a genuine love for it, don't do it, because it just has to come with passion. You got to be passionate about it. And when I look at what I do as far as music or whatever, it's like breathing. There's no expiration date on it. There's no time frame on it. There's no deadline on where I try to get to this level or that level. Don't focus on any of that. Don't focus on social media. Don't focus on anybody else. Focus on you and your craft and who you are, because as it says, what God has for you is for you.
Right.
It may not be meant for you to be the next Drake or the next whoever else out there that you may feel is popping. Do not compare yourself to anybody else, because that is the number one trick the enemy will use to make you not even recognize the blessings that you do have. Be happy that you're breathing. Be happy that you have an opportunity to do something outside of what you may normally do every day, because a lot of people don't. There was a time back in the day where I remember seeing a dude with some CDs in the mall, and he was like, "This is how I eat." And I felt bad for him. I'm like, you ain't got no health insurance? You ain't got no 401k plan or anything? Like, this is how you eat.
Right.
Man, that's not cool. Like, I didn't do this. I'm not doing this because I'm trying to eat. I'm doing this because I enjoy it.
Right.
I'm doing it because it's something that I'm pretty good at. And hopefully, hopefully I can make a difference as far as making somebody happy or making somebody entertained or whatever. But I'm not doing it to try to attain this or that and the third. It's just because I'm passionate about it. And if I stop doing it tomorrow, it's because that's how I feel. And that's just what it is. So I would tell somebody that's doing this, just make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Don't get motivated off of other people. Don't get motivated off of materialism. Don't get motivated off of thinking you're going to come up and get all this, that, and the third, because you probably won't 9 times out of 10, because that stuff just doesn't happen for everybody. It only happens to a small few, and they're doing a lot of things out there that, trust me, you wouldn't even want to know about to get to those certain things, the sacrifices that are made. And me personally, remain humble, remain in control of your destiny, and allow your talent and things to just happen. Don't fall victim to the game, to the system, to what the industry, to what the machine is going to conform you to doing, because then that's when you lose yourself, and then it's not even worth it, because you're not even who you are when you started. So that's the advice I would give. So to sum that up, stay true to yourself, and don't try to look for a payoff in what you're doing. Look for growth, and look for knowledge, and look for understanding, and then you will get those payoffs in the long run.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what I say, man. And on another note, shout out to my man Basic Black, Reggie McMurray, man.
Yes. Shout out to my man Reggie.
yo, when I said that I work with versatile people, once again, I just want to jump this in there real quick. Another individual who is versatile with several businesses, and my goodness, this man is incredible, man. He's got shirts for Method Man. He's got shirts for different artists, Jill Scott, like a whole lot of people in the game, and that's just off of the love and the passion he has for it. Yes, it is a business, but that is an example. Again, he's not trying to get some quick payoff. He's paying his dues. He is working. He is networking. He is being good. He's being personable. He's doing all the things he needs to do, and that is the reason why his brand is awesome. And he's gonna have his brand in a movie that I'm shooting. I'm tired of people doing great things and people not recognizing it. Yes, man. Shout out to Basic Black.
Yes.
And one thing Method Man said, I'm gonna just tell this quick story. I'm sorry, I gotta say.
No. Go ahead.
I'm doing a show with Meth and Red, and we're in the back room, and this is how this went down. My man Reggie McMurray does tons of shirts for Method Man. Basic Black, shout out them. I BS you not. I took the shirt and I placed the shirt. I didn't even give it to Meth, even though Meth loves his shirts. I put it in a bag with a bunch of other shirts that people gave. Like they literally get clothes given to them before, and people are just like praying that they rock these shows on stage for advertisement, right? I didn't say anything. This is how confident I am in Basic Black. I put the joint in there. Method Man pulling out these different shirts. It's cool. Just giving them to people. He pulls out the Basic Black one. Oh shoot! Put the shirt on right there on the spot. He's like, man, I love the way this feels. I said, yo, that's my man Basic Black. He said, I already know, man, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, ain't nothing basic about his shirts. These joints is dope. Put it on like that. Rocked it on the stage, man. I mean, it's the product. It's about the passion and what you do. He had 8, 9 shirts in there, but the cotton is all messed up. It don't feel good on your skin. It don't fit right. It's like he studies the fact. He's looking at how Method Man working out. Okay, bam. What size he get? He studied, and you got to put in the time and work on whatever you do. So that's how you can get to the next level. Articulate and understand the game and what you're trying to do, and then master that, and then you will get the fruits of your labor. So that's it, man.
Shout out to Reggie. He called me yesterday, and when I looked at the phone, because this interview, by the way, is long overdue. I apologize to you, sir, for not coming to you sooner. But somebody told me one time before, they said, good things wait. And, you know, it's a reason why you did not do that interview sooner up until now. I just wanted to say that. Shout out to Reggie. He called me, and when I looked at the phone, I said, yeah, Senica is on my show, and that's why he's calling me.
That's my man.
And every time when Reggie call, he's talking to you, but he's knowledge. You know, for an average person, you know, it's like, oh God, you know. But for a person like me and you, that when he called, it's like, all right, everything stopped. I need to hear this, you know. So shout out to Reggie, man. Basic Black. I'm getting my shipment soon. He said I'm putting some shirts in for you. And
he got you. He got you. It's gonna be personalized. It's gonna be something that only you can rock, that no one else can, man. Make you feel special.
Right. Where can people hear your music? Where can people see your content? All of that good stuff.
Yeah, man. My social handle is the same on everything. I try to keep it consistent. So everything is at Senica, SENICA Misfit. And that's my IG, that's my Facebook, that's my Twitter handle, that's my YouTube. All with the exception of my IMDb, which is actually my government name, Senica Lee. Everything else is at Senica Da Misfit. So if you just Google that, all my credentials and everything on the music and the acting will pop up. And just a quick shout out to my man Will Perez too. Speaking of new music, me and him have a project coming out called We're Even. And Will Perez is another versatile hip hop artist. I guarantee you, Edigga, you're gonna love him. He is on some real hip hop. He spit mad syllables, and the dude, he stay on my heels every time I do a record with him. It's one of them things where you can't even feel comfortable writing with the person because you know they're gonna try to take your head off. But just because that's just their skill level and their skill set. So every time I deal with him, it's like a catch-22. I'm like, dang, you gonna do this record? Dang, okay. Let me make sure I'm on my A game and not just writing anything, because it's people like him that keep me like sharp. So shout out to Will Perez with our project coming out, Senica Da Misfit, Will Perez. We're Even. We got the single Said Something out right now, available on all platforms. Shout out to my man Chaos, who's also with Animal Gang. Me and him got a project coming out together too, called so many different projects coming out. Look, I've done street compositions and then Animal Gang, you know what I mean? So like we working, man. Shout out to DJ Dog Fada, my DJ. We working, man. And I love the fact that I'm blessed to be around such great, talented people from all facets, man, all walks of life. And just genuine good people, man. I'm excited, man. Shout out to my man Unreal too. I didn't even mention him earlier, from Animal Gang as well. It's a lot of people, man, I'm working with, man. It's just incredible. And I'm just excited and blessed and honored to be in the mentions of a lot of these other people that I'm working with, just on all levels, man. Thank God for that, man. Word.
What's up? Like I said before, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for coming on the show and speaking about this topic, versatility, because we all need it. We all need versatility. We all need to be versatile in whatever we do in life, in business, entrepreneurship. The list goes on. So thank you, sir, for taking out the time of your busy schedule to be here with me and to talk about yourself, what you're doing, because it's always a pleasure for me to see what you're doing. Every time when I'm on social media, I'm looking, I'm observing, and I'm also enjoying what you're doing, your music, your talent, and your acting. So please, please, please keep it up. Keep in touch. Let me know what's dropping, what's new, what you got coming out, all of that good stuff. And of course, you're always welcome here on Charm City Direct TV.
Thank you, man. My brother, man. God bless you, King. I appreciate you, bro, like on every level, man. And I love the fact that me and you've been rocking together for a while, man. That's genuine and that's real love, man. So look at it this way. You ain't never gotta ask me nothing. Like with Reggie McMurray, certain people, you don't never have to ask me anything. Just let me know what it is you need me to do. And I got you, man. It's all love, man.
That's what's up. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Senica Da Misfit, my man. When you just need to hear good music, you check out my brother. Just check out my brother. He got so many hits. And also the acting game is just sick right now. He's doing a lot. So make sure you keep up with him. Just keep up with him. Just watch what he's doing. Go to his social media and make sure you're in the know. Hey, good people, this has been another great episode of What's on Edigga's Mind right here on Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you stay connected. Go to my Facebook, Charm City Direct TV. Go to YouTube, subscribe, like, follow, all of that. YouTube, Charm City Direct TV, and Twitch on Charm City Direct TV. Also, check out tomorrow, special guest, other music artist who's doing this thing all the way out in Salt Lake City, Utah. He is killing the game right about now. His name is Q. Make sure you tune in. You don't want to miss that show. 2 ways you can hear the show. You can watch it live right here on Charm City Direct TV on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, or you can go to WLEO Radio and hear the interview with my man Q by going to the link provided or downloading the Zenu FM app. After you download the app on Google Play and Apple Music, I guess that's what they call it. I'm not an Apple person, so I don't know what they call it. So go there, check it out, and listen to that interview because it's going to be dope. It's going to be live. So, like I said, good people, it has been a pleasure. To my special guest, Senica Da Misfit. Hey, great show. Great person, great energy. Make sure you keep up with him. And for all of those who have been watching, I salute you. I thank you. Please keep supporting Charm City Direct TV and WLEO Radio for all the new stuff that's coming down the pipeline. It's too much to mention, but just be in touch, be in the know. I holler at you when I smile at you. Peace. Feel good down here. It's not hot. The air is on. The air is kicking, and I'm cold. All right, gotta go.